really answered my questions of what I was going to talk about far as planning, because I didn't really, when I look back, I didn't really plan a lot of situations. I came from nothing, I really had nothing, but I knew I was in an uncomfortable position and I had to get out of this position that I was in. So as I had this thing called life that I was inside of, when I began to step outside of, see, because I can sit here and tell you that you need to plan. You got some guys that came here late. Life presents itself. You inside of life, but when you're trying to plan on getting here on time, and something like you might got to pick your little sister up. You might get an argument. That's life situation coming out that stops you and distorts you from your plan as far as getting here on time, doing what you need to do. Some of you guys have businesses. Some of you guys are planning to do certain things. In life, it's going to hit you and it's going to mess your plan up. But one of the most important things Dr. Nick said, you're going to have to make adjustments. You're going to have to make adjustments. And as I begin to live this thing we call life and make adjustments, I'm talking about being a young guy. I was 19, 20 years old around guys that was hustling, and I just didn't want to do that. I didn't, because I had grew up in a situation. I grew up in a household where, like when I was in school, I would have to stay up all night because people were running in and out of my house, getting high all night, and I slept downstairs, and my sister slept upstairs. So I got no sleep because of the fact that I always thought that somebody would make that U-turn instead of going from my mother's room straight to the bathroom. I thought they were going there and trying to mess with my sister. And a lot of times, I'm talking about 15, 16, sleeping with a knife. But I had to get up every morning, get on that bus stop, go to school at 7 o'clock, and act like nothing ever happened. And I just couldn't adjust to that. I couldn't. And I went to school and people thought that, I always wonder why, how could you love me when I'm not even getting love at home? So I'm stuck in this thing called life. And it wasn't until I finally began to see what a lot of things that I was doing, going to school, getting in trouble, and as I began to wonder, I wanted to graduate, I stepped out and I looked outside the box. And I said, you're going to school, you're getting in trouble, you're getting put out of school. So as I looked at my life, I began to make adjustments. I began to start to do the right thing.